I forgot I mute my stuff. Hi. I'm checking and I'm playing music on my ears right now, and I hope it doesn't get to the stream, or else this whole stream is demonetized. Hi everyone, it's your local WorldsDominator here. Welcome back. We're yapping about anime again today. Also, it's been a while since I used this model. I really like it, honestly. It may don't look too different from my other one, from my main default one, but I just want to be like a few alternatives, because why not? Anyway, the tier list is gonna be interesting because it's not about it's not about whether one show is good or not. It's just how would I recommend it to you, basically. I guess that's it. It's not because like even like within this list, the show that I really want you guys the most might be the hardest to access. Hence why I want to be careful with this. Also, I haven't filled this. Hold on. So we have like the first one. We got like, I can't argue about anything about it, but I will lock you up in the room and force you to watch this. This is like, I don't know how would I recommend you this, but I'll force you to watch it. Wait, haven't you done this? Oh, that one's different. It's like a movie tier list. This is an anime series tier list. Last one is like anime movie, and it's not technically a tier list. It's just like how, like, if I want to recommend this to people, is it easy or not? That's what I want to put on this. Okay, I need to figure out what it is. It's easy on the brain. You can watch if you put F. You can watch it if you. Hold on. Hold on. Let me think about this. Oh, by the way, there's no weird music coming in, right? Other than the main BGM. I just hope my Spotify doesn't leak in. I don't think so. I did check. Yeah, the voice meter is fine. You can watch it if you have fun. No, that's not it. Spotify not leak. Okay, good. I want to say you can watch it if you put effort, but that feels bad. That feels like the show is not good. Okay, this one's not good either. It's a preference you'll never regret it. Interest in reading culture. They can work. No, it's not about the time. Is it worth watching or not? That's it. The time does not matter here. Let me think. Oh, so weren't you supposed to be streaming you? What the heck are you doing here? Oh, that was yesterday. Okay, I'm looking at the wrong chat. Let me think carefully. If you get into it, no, that's not what I want. Because I already have made a tier list. Like, if you try, you'll get into it. With this, it's like you won't get into it, but you can watch it if you okay, try. Okay, that feels bad, but you know what? Okay, the last one is like easy on the brain because everyone watched this. Whether you're like FOMO or not, you'll definitely have watched things at one point. That's what I think. Okay, maybe I don't know. I'm bad at making tier lists. Okay, so here's the 20. Hold on, what is my stream title? Is it 20, 21, 25? Okay, 20. I want to make it 25, but that feels like too much. So, okay, let me explain carefully. So this tier list is for all these 20 anime that I like. This is like 20 anime of all time, maybe, quote unquote. And if I want to recommend any of this to you guys, like, how would I recommend it? Like, do I really recommend it, or is there like something that is it hard to get into even though I still recommend it? Because, you know, I don't want to force people to watch things and turns out that they don't like it. Yeah. Yeah. In this list, can you guys see it? Hold on. Yeah, in this list, first one from the left, top left, we have Danshoun Meshi. Then next to it, Black Rock Shooter, Mononoke. And then Psychopass. Oh, should I specify which Psychopass? Oh, that doesn't matter. It's just a whole series. That Parade, Durarara, Yokai Apartment, Chuka Ichiban, Cooking Master Boy. To some of you guys, that's what it's called. Jigoku Shoujo, Hellgirl. Hoozuki no Retetsu, Hoozuki's Coldheadedness. Yurucamp, of course. You guys know what this is. Princess Tutu, Dororo, Hakaba Kitaro. I should have picked a better cover. Natsume Yujincho, Attack on Titan, Shingeki no Kyojin, Akuma-kun, specifically the Netflix one, the Reiwa one, Ango, and then last one we have Pluto. Naoki Urasawa's Pluto. Yeah. So I watched all of these. Some are recent, some are old AF. And you guys might notice like there's a pattern here. Most of these are supernatural. Some of them are, and they involve with death. They either involve with death, food, or being edgy. You can tell my preferences just from this 20 anime. Yeah, I guess it. Oh yeah, supernatural, food, being edgy, and detective. I really like my detective shows. Okay, let's start with the first one on the top. First one we got Dameshi. Honestly, easily, I want Dameshi to go here. Like, everyone probably watched this already, right? I think you can get FOMO enough to watch it. I think like the obvious ones like Attack on Titan and Dameshi will go like on the bottom there, because like I don't even need to argue anymore about like why we should we watch it, because people watch it. And if you notice like why a lot of people watch it, then you'll check it by yourself. So I don't really need to say anything about this. Okay, let's talk about the anime. Why not, right? Danmeshi. I bought the manga, by the way. I haven't read it, but I caught up with the anime season 2. Not gonna lie. Normally, I would hate these kinds of anime. Because, if I have this pet peeve. I have this pet peeve about, if you make a cooking anime, but, or, you know, cooking media in general, but it's not appetizing, you can't even make it. Yeah, it's mostly like not appetizing. Like, I don't care if you like have like mythical creature like you cut up and then turn into let's say like food or something. But if it looks like it's not appetizing, like I don't want to see it, man. But Danmeshi did not disappoint me in that regard. Like, of course, there are like some dumb stuffs like I'm not really into, like, you know, the was it the insects that look like gold coins and, you know, treasures, and turns out you can eat it. It's like candy. I was like, why? Why would you make that? But the other food are so delicious. Even like the dragon meat is like so appetizing. And it's also interesting how they get them. I think the bad example that for this is like Toriko. Like, I tried to get into Toriko, but Toriko is probably more focused on shonen than cooking. Like, I watched like one or two episodes of Toriko and I'd be like, huh. I don't like it, honestly. Like, there's this like, oh yeah, we have like giant pudding plants, or, you know, and we can just eat it. I was like, huh. There's like a cake island or something. Okay, so if you guys are confused, I specifically watched the one where they it's a crossover with One Piece. So they have a crossover episode with One Piece, and I watched that first, and I was like, okay, this looks interesting. I tried to watch another episode and be like, huh. Like, okay, there's a giant fish, and then suddenly, like, you cut it and then it immediately turns into sushi even without you making anything. I was like, I don't know. Am I shitting on it too much? I don't know. But it's like, it's a comparison that I'm trying to make. Like, I don't hate Toriko, but it's just not for me. Like, in terms of like having appetizing food and stuff, it's not what I want. But Danmeshi, it did it so well. Oh yeah, I heard people arguing about this. Like, you either come for the story or the food, right? If you don't, if you want to see, also I have to clarify, this is not an isekai. This is just a generic fantasy. It's not isekai, please, guys. Isekai and fantasy is not the same thing. Please, not all fantasy are isekai, but not all isekai is also necessarily fantasy. Do you get me? Yeah. So yeah, if you want food, yeah, you get food, but the more you go, you actually get like plot. I like the politics that's going on here. Oh yeah, also a lot of shows here are like political. Yeah, Danmeshi, like, they're going to a whole dungeon. Like, there's a reason behind why that's dungeon created and what trouble has it caused to people around them, to the point that a lot of adventurers are going into that dungeon. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, if you want the story, you'll get it. If you want food, you'll also get it. And yeah, that's Dungeon Meshi for me. Man, now that I talk about food, I maybe should have put Donde Mosquil. It's a campfire cooking, the one with the, I want to put it here. But I don't know, like until season 2 comes out, I don't think I can judge it. I don't think I can recommend it properly. But you can watch it, by the way. Yeah, please watch that. Campfire cooking is so good. Okay, next one we got Black Rock Shooter. Immediately here, I guess. Black Rock Shooter, the point of Black Rock Shooter is just like showing a concept. Because like the whole premise is like the whole anime is created about this concept, right? That Ryohei Fuke Sensei is an artist that creates the character designs. And originally they're just character designs until like Hatsune, there's a song with Hatsune Miku about it. Then there's an anime and figurines being made. I think that's how the history goes. So this one specifically that I'm showing you guys is the OVA. So it's the very, very earliest depictions of a Black Rock Shooter. Do I recommend the other media? Like, let's say Dawnfall or like the Noitamina Black Rock Shooter. Was it 2012 or like 2010? I forgot. There's like an anime series. Like 12 or 13 episodes or even less. I forgot. Yeah, but there's also that. But I'm showing you guys the OG of the OG. And if you just want to know the premise of like how what the world of Black Rock Shooter is and how the characters work in there, I think like the OVA is more than enough. But again, technically you can find this online, honestly. But yeah, originally like it's the way you can watch this is either you buy the DVD or you buy the figurine, the Figma, the very first Black Rock Shooter Figma. Like she, if you buy her, she comes with the DVD. Oh, and an Android, yeah, and an Android too. I don't know if the other characters come with the DVD. I don't think so. It's just like BRS herself. But yeah, Black Rock Shooter is about two friends, Mato and Yomi. Like they met for the first time and they become friends. And then meanwhile, there are characters who look kind of like them, fighting in a different world, like a dystopian, you know, post-apocalyptic world. And we don't know what for until like we only find out like until the kind of like the end, right? Yeah. So I think I shouldn't elaborate too much because it might be spoiler. Honestly, not even spoiling, but yeah. So what like the fights that are happening while these girls are having like a happy school life is kind of related. You have to watch to find out. But yeah, if you like girls, if you like edgy looking girls with huge ass weapons fighting each other, I think you'll like Black Rock Shooter. You won't gonna be like, oh, this is the best anime ever. No, but you'll like the concept of Black Rock Shooter. Black Rock Shooter mentioned? Hell yeah, Black Rock Shooter, let's go! I'm a fan, like... I think Black Rock Shooter is like one of the earliest animes outside of like what I watch on TV that got me to like the whole Japanese otaku culture. Yeah, like once I know Black Rock Shooter, I know like Vocaloid, you know, Good Spell Company figurines, action figures, and then just like looking at GSC's figurines, like I started to know a lot of anime. after that. Yeah, it's all thanks to Black Rock Shooter. And I love Hoozuki Sensei's art as well. I think like he recently made an art for Ghost in the Shell. I think one of the recent anime ones. Yeah, it looks so good. Yeah, that's how I recommend it. It's not for everyone, but it's just going to prove you this concept of Black Rock Shooter. That's it. Yeah. Hold on, I want to change the music on my headphones. Hey, I played from this playlist. Why is it playing another song from different playlists? Okay, next one. We got Mononoke. Oh, where should I put this? This is interesting. Mononoke. Huh. I want to put it here. Mononoke is so good. Again, as the tier said, it's a preference, but if you watch it, you won't regret it. It's very good. Okay, so let me explain what is Mononoke. So Mononoke, not to be confused with the Ghibli anime Princess Mononoke, it's a story that involves like it has like supernatural elements, of course, mystery, and which and also like it's a form of art, I must say, with the whole visuals that is going on. This anime really looks like ahead of its time. Even like they really make good presentation with the 3D. I mean, it makes sense with all that's happening, with all the directions that's going. Like, it makes sense for this anime to use 3D, mostly for backgrounds and maybe like sometimes objects and stuff. But most the animations will be in 2D. Don't worry. If you are not comfortable with flashing lights or like constant color change, I don't think I can recommend this for you for your safety. But Mononoke is very good story-wise. So it's just episodic. Not episodic. So there's like sometimes like one story can take like 2 or 3 episodes, and so the story is always about so it's one story takes place in this one place. There's this few casts together, and the only repeating character that kept appearing is the medicine seller Kusugiyuki. And things happen in this which involves the supernatural, specifically the Mononoke. It's I forgot how they describe it. It's the infestations, no, manifestations of like a creature that takes on form of like let's say vengeance or grudge. Yeah. So while this Mononoke is like wreaking havoc, everyone's trying to survive. So the medicine seller has to find out, okay, what is going on here? What is the story of this place, the people, and of course the Mononoke themselves, because everything is related. Okay, let me look up the lingo as I go, because Mononoke is kind of Mononoke has interesting how do I say this? Like there is this concept of like how he would solve things. So there's like 3 criteria for the medicine seller to be able to beat the Mononoke. So first, he has to find the shape. So basically, the shape is like what is the identity of this Mononoke? Let's say, what kind of yokai is it? And then the second one is the truth. The state of affairs, the hidden truth behind the event that triggered the birth of this Mononoke. I'm reading it off the movie's Instagram post. And then the last one is the reason, the kotowari, the state of the heart. So the emotions, the grudge, and the feelings that drives one to become a Mononoke. That's it. So if he, as the story goes, he will discover like one, each of these aspects, and once everything is gathered, he can use this specific sword that can only open once all the requirements are met to be able to defeat the Mononoke. So yeah, that's how the story usually goes, and each story has different Mononoke, different casts. Sometimes some characters return. Sometimes there are cameos of other stories. Oh, fun fact, in a different anime entirely, so there's this anime called Ayakashi, Samurai Horror Tales. It's kind of episodic as well, but it has different stories. Heck, even like different studios are involved, like in different story, different studio, yeah. And then the last one is like another Mononoke. And that one arc and Mononoke kind of like got rehashed in this series. But I recommend you guys watching that one as well. It's good. You'll understand like the references that like the Mononoke TV anime makes, because sometimes they reference back to Ayakashi. Yeah, I really like it. As I said, I really like the visuals. And also I watched the movie. I did create a watch along VOD for that. If you are interested, you can check it out as you watch or after watching the movie by yourself. Yeah. That's Mononoke. Next one, Psycho-Pass. How do I recommend Psycho-Pass to people? I might put it here or here. I don't think I'm gonna put it here. I want to, but at the same time, yeah, I'll put Psycho-Pass here. So Psycho-Pass, in case you guys don't know, or actually I can put it like on the bottom as well. But this show is like very hard to digest for some people, so this is not like for everyone. So Psycho-Pass deals in a world where how much you can commit a crime is measured by numbers from a gun, and the story revolves around those let's say the police, the detectives of this story. And then as they go, keeping the law in check, you'll find like a lot of fucked up people as well. And then you'll also find like the world building, like people who are against this system, and then also like the secrets behind it. Yeah, maybe taking Katekyo Hitman Reborn, same creator. I actually like read Katekyo Hitman Reborn in way before like I know Psycho-Pass. I don't like it. I don't know. I was in the group of friends where everyone like read Katekyo Hitman Reborn, but I was the only one who doesn't like it. I'm sorry. Maybe it's not just for me, but Psycho-Pass is, yeah. Same illustrator, character designer aside. Psycho-Pass, I really like Psycho-Pass. It really, the political side of the story is so good. The anime is what you watch. Okay, cool. Like, honestly, I read the manga, but I stopped when when they're still introducing characters, I think the last one that I remember is like the guy who can stop his heart. And then after that, I kind of dropped the manga. I just couldn't understand what the series is like going on about. I know like I did see that like moving forward it's getting good, but I was like, nah, I don't. That's shoujo. Yeah, back to Psycho-Pass. The philosophy of this anime is so good. Like the philosophy that the characters are, you know, talking in this anime is so good. I love the villain. I love the main character. The main character, you think Akane, the main character, it's not Kogami. You think the guy would be the main character, but no, it's like Akane. Yeah, Kogami kind of became like a main character, but he's not the major. No, he is a major character, but he's not the main character. Is that what I'm saying? Akane surprisingly is a good protagonist. Like, okay, season 1, maybe she was like, oh, I'm new, so I think I really need to get used to this. And then as she goes, like she'd be like, okay, this is weird. The whole concept of like a psychopath is like kind of weird. And then, you know, like moving on to season 2 onwards, she was like, okay, we gotta find a way to coexist with this, but in the same time we won't let like the system kind of like, you know, fully control humanity or anything, kind of like that. I don't know how the full details, it's been a while. I mean, your aesthetic design would be right in the Psycho-Pass. Fair. Oh yeah, I watched Psycho-Pass 3, but apparently I skipped a lot of stuff. I was supposed to watch Sinners of the System first, right? I know. What I don't get is, okay, each one of those, like, there's 3 of like Sinners of the System, and all of them are movies. But there's also a manga. Is it like another form of the movies, or is it like what is it? Is it just like a pure adaptation of the movies? It's not like a continuation or anything. Because like the thing is, Psycho-Pass has a manga that is focused on Kogami before he became an enforcer in the anime. So like it's kind of like his backstory. And then after you read that, you can go to the anime or maybe read the manga that featured Akane. And then, you know, season 2 and onwards. But again, there's like a lot of side stuff. Even it's kind of like okay, maybe I'm okay, I'll keep it that tier. But it's kind of difficult to consume Psycho-Pass if you're just like a normie that who just wants to watch things and be like, oh, this is cool, and then, you know, oh, if I want to watch it, I can just like turn on season 2 or something. But it's not that easy with Psycho-Pass. Yeah, look up for a guide if you can on like the watching order. They never brought the manga, but the manga is kind of like important as well, I think. Like I even like recently I just got the full set of the Kogami manga. So I'm gonna read that. And then maybe I'll finally watch like Sinners of the System. Because I read the manga first before I watched the anime and be like, oh yeah, Kogami is the inspector and stuff, and then the anime suddenly, wait, he's an enforcer? What the heck happened? I didn't read the manga till finished, and because like the volumes like sold out, so I finally got one secondhand, and I'm gonna finish that and, you know, get some more context. Yeah, it's good. Honestly, it's good, but it might be difficult for people to consume. That's what I'm saying. Next one. That parade. Easy. I either want to put it here or here. That parade is so good. Oh my god, I'm confused. Where should I put this? Maybe I'll put it for this reason. I can't argue. I can't argue, it's just that good. Okay, serious part. That parade tells a lot about mortality, about life. So the story is about, let's say, two people end up in a bar. You don't know how did you get there, but you somehow got there, and then Dekim, the main guy right here, asks you to play a game. And as you play a game, you start remembering stuff. And then as you remember stuff, the game, well, originally felt like, oh yeah, this game is just a game, we're having fun. It's suddenly the stakes starts to get higher. And he did say, like, after you play the game, you can go home. But there is more context to that. Yeah. So, I really recommend this. It's hard to describe that parade. It's one of those shows that really you have to watch to see like what's going on. And also the OVA, Dead Billiards. Did I put that in my tier list movie tier list? Because I think like it's a movie. And that's good. So yeah, just please give Dead Parade a try. Oh yeah, there's also like other than the whole, you know, people come to the bar and play game. There's just one character that feels different than everyone who, like, let's say tends the bar. Let's just say like there's a bar with a lot of people in it, but somehow this girl is the only one who's like different. And then we start getting to know her, and then how she affects the characters in the story as well. Yeah, I'm doing a bad job explaining this, honestly. Just watch it. That's it. Next one. I really like stories when it comes to, like, you know, being like bringing the realistic aspects of like people's personalities or something. Yeah. Oh, next one. Oh, Durarara. My peak anime of all time? Logically? If I want to be biased, I want to put it here. But I'll put it here. Uh-oh. What should I do? Technically, it can go down here as well. But I'll put it like... Your brother liked Durarara so much? Oh, he was cultured. I love Durarara a lot. Durarara really solidifies what I like in anime, I guess. What I like in the story. It has both slice of life, some level of mystery, some level of violence, and some level of supernatural, all in one. It's just anime, the complete package for me. I really like Durarara. Oh yeah, the novel finally got translated after like decades in Indonesia. There's 3 volumes so far. I got the first volume. I need to read it. Because apparently fans said, I mean, I am a fan, but I'm not a hardcore fan. So the hardcore fans who read the novel said that the anime, while it's good as an anime, it didn't really do a good job of adapting the manga. Apparently they skipped some stuff and, you know, the usual stuff. But you can watch the anime as is. You probably want to read the novel if you felt like, am I missing something? Should I check on something? Maybe that feeling. Yeah, Durarara, as I said, it's a mix of slice of life, supernatural, and maybe I don't know. How do I describe a show that has a lot of like people, you know, violence, crimes in the scenes without calling it shonen? I don't know, but yeah. You think this is an anime about high school kids moving into like a high school kid moving into a town from the countryside? But there's like a lot of things going on, and as I said, it's mixed with supernatural crime, and stuff, even a little bit of horror. So as you get introduced to Mikado, the main character, but honestly, a lot of characters here are main characters. So all of them have their own life, their own story to go on. And their stories will intertwine with each other as you go on. But this applies to season 1 only, by the way. The way they present the pace might be confusing to people because they might, okay, let's say like one arc or like one episode, they'll start on like, oh, we'll start with this. We'll start with point 1. And you think you know anime, like you go 1, 2, 3, 4, let's just say. But Durarara and Bakano will do like, okay, we start with point 1, and then suddenly it's point 5, and then point 3, point 2. Like, you'll be super confused because the pacing will move back and forth. But that's what makes season 1 interesting. They stopped doing it for season 2 though. Season 2 is just a normal anime pacing. But back to the story. So you have Mikado, a guy who moves to Ikebukuro from the countryside so he can attend a high school, I think on scholarship or something. He got a scholarship to this school in Ikebukuro, and he meets with his old friend Masaomi, who was also from the countryside but moved to Ikebukuro like long ago. And he's used to the city so much, like he'll help like the Mikado to guide around. And there's Anri, this one girl who, a very shy girl, very pretty. She's hiding a little bit of secrets, but she's just very nice. And then as you go, you'll meet a lot of like interesting characters, like, you know, Shizuo, a guy who can literally lift the guy who can probably kick a car, like kicking a ball, and lift a vending machine with one hand. And then Izaya. How do I describe Izaya? And Shinra, or an underground doctor. And then Selty, Dulahan, who somehow work as a courier, a transporter, riding a bike, and she doesn't have her head. Yeah, you'll be looking, what the heck is this cast? And then as you watch, you'll be like, oh, this is so cool. And in the side, there's also gangsters. There's also supernatural stuff going on as well. There's like people being kidnapped. There's Yakuza. Yeah, a lot of stuff like that. I felt like, you know, with Durarara, it's like, oh, you know, it's just like real life. There's a lot of weird stuff going on. There's a lot of people who like believe cult stuff. I mean, I'm myself, like, I'm a supernatural weeb. And yeah, like, it's interesting to see how like every different aspects of like characters and like different aspects of the story can merge together to make like a coherent story. It's so good. Yeah, if you want something similar, you can also watch Bakano. Bakano is so good. But I don't think I like it enough to put it here in this list, but the cast is very likable as well as Durarara. And they kind of share the same universe. Like a lot of stories from Ryogo Narita, the writer, shares the same universe. You'll see like at least 2 Bakano characters in Durarara. Yeah. Okay, my mouth is dry. I gotta drink. But let's see what's next. Ooh, okay. Okay, first of all, I did not think I would put this anime on my list, on my top 20. I really did not think. I originally did not have much expectation for this anime until I watched it and was like, whoa. I did not think they would go for this direction. So yeah, say hello to Yokai Apartment. I'll put it here. Maybe I'll put Durarara up here. Yeah, so Yokai Apartment is a story about a guy who... Okay, I kind of forgot how his upbringing is, but he moves into this one apartment. And of course, the residents of our apartment are not humans. There are dead people, there are yokai, there are ghosts, and there's an exorcist. Yeah, this anime is more like slice of life, but is unexpectedly a good slice of life. I really recommend you guys to watch this. I don't think you guys like the slice of life part, but the things that they bring into the story, the social issues that they mention in the story is like, no, it's a big deal. Which is why, like, I think this anime kind of changed my life. Kind of like teach me how to deal better with people. So yeah, I was underestimating this anime, and then I'd be like, wow, they proved me wrong. So yeah, I forgot who the main character is, but basically this guy, he attends school while also live with the yokai, and he learns, you know, stories about them. He also lives lives a normal school life, but sometimes, you know, the supernatural and the normal life kind of like intertwines with each other and things happen. It might be boring to some people. It might be like, if you compare this to like some other titles that I have here, it might be one of the boring supernatural ones. Like, let's say if we compare it to like Gegege no Kitaro and Jigoku Shoujo, or, you know, Natsume, like Yokai Apartment will be like the kind of boring one. You would think that, but I guess I will put this on par with Natsume. While it's not as emotional as Natsume. Again, the topic that they brought up in Yokai Apartment is like very, very important. So I might just say this. So at one point in the anime, there's this like few characters that you either gonna like a lot or you're gonna hate a lot. People and, you know, characters like this character. The characters in the series like these characters when they're introduced because, you know, oh, they're nice. Oh, you know, they're easy to talk to. Oh, they're very inspiring and stuff. And then there's other characters are just like, oh, I don't want to talk with this person. Oh, this person is so annoying. Oh, they're being arrogant and stuff. You know, there's just a lot of bad stuff that you make them hate them. But in the same time, the anime explains that, this is they will explain like, oh, this is why this character turned out like this, but because now they're in this environment, let's say like the school environment doesn't support them, instead of like improving their personality, it just worsens it sometimes. And then the anime doesn't really teach you like how to fix this person's personality, because they just straight up, okay, you gotta accept that this person is going to be annoying regardless of what you're gonna do. Like, even if you try to be nice with them, even if you're trying to be direct with them, hey, I don't think I like the way you do this, and this. But then the character be like, oh, you're just being mean, you know? I don't... I'm not, you know, you guys are not acknowledging me or something, blah, blah, blah. You know, they felt victimized. And even though, no matter how much like you're trying to kick some sense into them, they just won't listen. So the anime just teaches you, you know, how to deal with them. By what? Oh, just ignore them. They will like like you don't need to change anything about them because there's nothing you can do about it. You can't change people, but let's just say if you find annoying people, don't bother with them. Yeah, that's it. And also they will in a way or another find people who kind of match their vibe. Yes, they may not be able to get along with like majority of people, but you know, if they can stick with like 1 or 2 people, that's like enough for them. And I'd be like, oh, you know, as some like talking about myself, I tried to be nice with people. I even try. I haven't like been a people pleaser before, because you know I don't want to be hated by people. I want to get along with people, because you know I might need help. They might there might be something good in me if I do so, but unfortunately that doesn't work anytime. Like there are times that no matter whatever you do, no matter how much you try to be nice, there's gonna be people that thinks like, okay, what the fuck do you want from me? Okay, bro, leave me alone, you're annoying. You know, that kind of stuff. And I think not Yokai Watch, the Yokai Apartment really teach me something about this. Which is why I really, really like it. Yeah, I have a lot of good stuff to say about this anime, so unfortunately it might not be for some people, but I personally would ask you to please watch this. Please give it a try. Well, the beginning isn't really interesting maybe, but the later part is like so good. Oh yeah, this is the anime where there's like 3 birds singing. And then apparently the birds are voiced by some A-tier, S-tier voice actors. You know, Takehito Koyasu. I think like Nakama and then Daisuke Hirakawa? I forgot who. But in JoJo terms, Joseph's, Dio, and Yoshikage Kiga's voice actor. Yeah. I think you guys know which meme that is. Okay, let's move on. Easy. 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 Oh my god. Okay, these 2 tiers are so hard. Where should I put this? I want to put it here, but it's kind of outdated. The animation's kind of outdated. I like, if I force people to watch it, like, with how old anime are presented at the time, I'd be like, I'm gonna feel bad forcing people to watch this. So I'll probably just put it here. It's like higher one. So, Cooking Master Boy in the Cooking Master Boy or Chuka Ichiban is an anime. Is the OG cooking anime that takes place in China. So, oh my god, the fact that I know how this anime starts so vividly in my head. So the main character, the one with the red clothes, Mao, Liu Maoxing or something. Yeah, it takes place in China. So Mao is a son of a famous chef, famous female chef. Her mom is a very very well known chef, and she owns a restaurant that people are working there. But however, she died. She died from sickness, and now the sons are running the. Oh wait, Mao can't even cook. I think that back then. But yeah, people who used to work with her now manage the restaurant. But unfortunately, there's this one disciple that she had storms into the place to be like, you know what, this place is mine now. Like, I run the place now. And people are against this because I forgot exactly why, but he's like ruining the tradition or something. He's like gonna ruin the place. So Mao tries to fight back, and there's this guy from the government who becomes like the middleman. Like, hey, let's settle this with cooking. And he specifically asks, okay, I want this one dish that the mom used to cook for him, and he likes it a lot. And if you can replicate the dish the same way like she prepares, you can have the restaurant. Basically, that's it. And so there starts the journey of like both of them trying to figure it out, and yeah, and that's just episode 1. The story goes longer than that. Like he attends this, like, let's say, cooking championship where if you earn this one certification, you're basically one of the best chefs in the world, and he gets it pretty early. But there's more grinding that had to be done after that. Okay, so the thing that I liked about this anime is the story aside. First of all, no fan service. They really focus on the cooking side, not the politics of the cooking. Well, they kind of bring it too, but it's not as bad as, let's say, a lot of cooking anime. And not gonna lie, the food sometimes gotta be. I'd be like, no, people can't make this. But they did a great job of, let's say, like introducing ingredients. Let's say, you know what? I never knew Indonesia, the country that I lived in, has this specific chicken breed that people can use to cook. To make this one delicious chicken dish. I did not know my country has such chickens. I found out from this anime. Apparently there's this one episode where like people are being racist to this one person because they have a farm of like chicken that is like a black chicken. So the chicken, like the bones, the meat, everything is black. I did not know until this anime. And there's also other histories of like, food. Like, I remember specifically that if you want to make soup, you shouldn't put like seafood and I think like mushrooms together. Like, let's say if you're making a hot pot, you gotta put like the veggies first because it has alkaline or something, and you gotta boil it long if you want to get rid of the alkaline, and then you put the other stuffs in, because if you put everything in at once, the alkaline will like ruin everything. And yeah, there's also like this one time where there's a competition going on between like these two chefs using the same ingredient. And then the one chef kind of cheated, like, oh, I'm gonna make the judges crave my dish so much with this one with this one specific ingredient so much that when they eat the other person's dish with the same ingredients, they'll get sick of it because the palate like got ruined. Like, I already eat rice, like if I eat another rice I gotta feel bad, kind of thing. I'm doing this so bad. I'm doing this explanation so bad, but it's so good. It's all there's a lot of interesting stories. It's not just all cooking and stuff. There's like the whole traveling thing, and then learning about ingredients, learning about stuffs. Like, let's say people are sick, you gotta feed them this. Oh, the ingredients, you can't find it. Oh, you have to go here and stuff, and you gotta process it a certain way. So it's not like, okay, we have different opinions. Let's fight with cooking. Like, because like most stuffs are like that right now, right? Most stuffs are like that, but with Cooking Master Boy, it's different. Oh, the manga is still ongoing, by the way. Also, a quick warning, if you really want to watch this, I read from an article that, because back then, the anime went on air while the manga is also going on. So, you can expect fillers. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but you can skip episode 9 onwards because it's all fillers, I believe. Yeah. So yeah, there's also the new one, the Shin Chuka Ichiban. I don't recommend that. I recommend the original because what the Shin Chuka Ichiban did is basically just reanimate the episode that already existed in this like one season. Like with this, you get to watch from the beginning but Shin Chuka Ichiban, you kind of watch like from the middle of the story. You won't understand what's going on. Yeah, that's it. I really recommend it. Heck, I even want to rewatch it again if I can. Even though it's old, it's so good. Oh yeah, there's like few characters that has like weird ass cooking tools. If you think of like in Shokugeki no Soma, there's like Takumi Aldini with the Mezzaluna knife. There's this one character who uses a pole to make dough and do stuff with some ingredients. It's gimmicky, but it's cool. Next one. Easy. Oh, actually, I'll put it higher here. Jigok Shoujo, Hell Girl. I think some of you guys know this. It's an anime about a girl that will help you send people you hate to hell if you access a certain website at 0 a.m. and put the name of the people you hate in there. Not gonna lie, I like the anime over the manga. I don't know if it's because like if it goes around the same time, but of course I think the manga came out first, but I think it goes hand in hand. I think like the anime influenced a lot to the manga. Well, not really, but in the beginning, in the manga, like they had a different way of like how they would send people to hell. But then in the anime, they have like said, okay, this is a system we're gonna go for, and then keep it until like, let's say season 4, Yoi no Togi. That's the latest one. So yeah, again, just like Death Parade and Yokai Apartment, you get to see the worst kinds of people. You get to see a lot of things like people went through in life. You know, you get bullied, you're being blackmailed by people, people get jealous of you, and sometimes it gets so bad, people will like people will have grudge against you so much that they will put your name so they can send it to hell. Yeah. It's also episodic, so each episode sometimes have different stories, but it always revolves around, let's say, people having issues, and then things escalate to the point that someone accesses the website and calls the hell girl to, hey, I want these people go to hell. Of course, it's not as easy as asking. So in Hell Girl, after you put someone's name on it, she will show up and give you a straw doll. The straw doll has a red thread tied around its neck. So you keep the doll. If you want to send this specific person to hell, you pull the strings, and they will be gone. However, of course, this doesn't go that easy. If you send this person to hell, you will basically make a contract with the hell girl that, okay, you want this person sent to hell, we'll send it, but in exchange, when you die, you will go to hell as well. And you will given a certain mark that, yeah, you're set for hell. So it all depends on the person, like whether they pulled it or they don't. And aside from that, with the Hell Girl herself, Ai, she also has her own story. Like, how did she become a Hell Girl? Like, does she have her own issues? That stuff. They did bring it. I think like every season, honestly, every season except season 4 has something to tell about her. But I think season 3, season 4 is more like focus on another character. Season 1 with season 2 is like focus on her specifically. Yeah, like let's say like she finds people who are related to people that she knew back in her time. She's old, by the way. And then whether she has someone she hates, of course, with the whole theme of like grudge in the anime. And then what's her opinion of like people, you know, with all the hatred, sending each other to hell kind of stuff. And yeah, people are oh my god. Okay, season 4 really hits me hard. Even though like the previous seasons also are equally fucked up. Like, there are people who would send other people to hell just because they felt like it. And then there's also like there's also like people who are so fucked up. Like, there are sometimes people you would least expect to use this service, right? This the whole service of like sending people to hell. But then you see other people that really really messy in the head. They do things so far to push like this one innocent person to the point of like, okay, I'm gonna send you to hell, that kind of thing. You really see the worst kinds of people in here, and also the best kinds of people sometimes. I really like Yuzuki from Mitsuganae season 3. Oh yeah, there's characters who becomes aware of like these things going on and be like, hey, why are people being sent to hell? They did nothing wrong, please stop it. And they try to stop it. There are some kinds of story of that as well. Yeah, I grew up with this anime. Not gonna lie, I watched it. I think I was too young to watch this, but I did. Because sometimes there's sexual themes. Of course, a lot of violence, a lot of like abuse and stuff in here, which is why like, I don't recommend children watching this. But as you grow, please watch this when you're in age. And it's relatable. Like sometimes you see the worst kinds of people. they drive you to like the corner of like you can't even do anything anymore. You don't know how to defend yourself and stuff. But of course, we don't have the hell correspondence in real life. But you see like either people like struggling so hard against this all odds against them. And then they feel like, oh, you know, they don't really have to do this, but the other people are so freaking evil, they had to. Kind of stuff. I really like, you know, the whole story about the humans in it, yeah. Is a thing I like a lot with this anime. Yeah, give it a try. Why not? Watch it. And you don't need... I mean, you if you just want to know the concept of it, yeah, you can watch like a few episodes and be done. But as you go, you'll find more like about the whole world, the whole characters and what's going on. Next one, Hoozuki no Reitetsu. I'm putting it here because not gonna lie, this is kind of hard to access as well, equally to Psycho Pass. I mean, you can watch it on Netflix. It's on a few streaming sites. However, the jokes... Okay, let me explain real quick. So, Hoozuki no Reitetsu, or Hoozuki's Coldheadedness, is a slice of life with a little bit of comedy about daily life in hell. If you know hell in Buddhism, Shinto, or anything related culture, so in Japan, hell is this place where people get judged, people get tortured, depends on your sins. And you know, when you finish your sentence, you get reincarnated, that kind of stuff. So in this hell, we got, of course, King Enma, and then the demons who are in charge of like torturing people, depending on what sentence they have. But other than that, they have their own daily lives, and we have Hoozuki, who's like the second, it's like the right hand of King Enma in hell. He manages everything. He's the workaholic in the story. Again, as the title says, he's cold-headed, but sometimes there are problems that people have to ask him for help. Whether if it's from hell or is it from like anywhere else. I really like this. I watched this, I think, around like 2014. I really like it. I have a figurine of Hoozuki. The jokes might not translate well because it's it has a lot of Japanese culture that you gotta have some level of like knowledge of Japanese culture to understand the context of the jokes, but it's still funny regardless. It also very educational about, you know, folklore, about hell itself in Japanese culture. And sometimes they also bring like Western hell. Satan shows up in here. Beelzebub shows up in here. They're funny AF. And there are like historical characters who are dead and now working in hell, or maybe just enjoying their afterlife and stuff. Yeah. And yeah, I recommend this if you just want to have, you know, if you just want to turn off your brain and then have some entertainment. You know, nothing major really goes on. They do sometimes explain like important lore, but it's not gonna disturb the pace of the story. Like you'll be watching like an episode of they do like, okay, haha, funny, and then suddenly, oh yeah, this character in the past they have this issue, blah 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 blah. It's just like, how to explain this? It maybe like Mononoke, like things are happening, Hoozuki is there, and yeah, he kind of solves stuff, or he just kind of gets involved in a way or another. This is probably like one of my top 3 anime. Top 5 Yeah, so I really recommend this. But again, if you don't have enough Japanese culture, when they bring a joke out, you've got to be like, let's say, like, okay, who is SoftBank? Why do they call this dog looks like SoftBank? And SoftBank apparently is a mobile phone provider, and they have like a dog as a mascot. If you don't know that, yeah, you're gonna be confused with the other stuffs in it. But yeah, it's very educational in a way or another if you want to learn like folklore or just Japanese culture in general. Alright, next one. Yurucamp, huh? Okay, maybe I'll put Hoozuki down here. Yeah. It is something that you have to put effort on watching. And again, in terms of like the jokes, if you want to understand the jokes. But it's not all the time. Sometimes you don't really need to, but maybe there's like 1 or 2 times you gotta look up for stuff to understand like what are they talking about. Yeah. I think I'll put Yurucamp here. Maybe Yurucamp like just below like Chuka Ichiban. I think you guys know what's going on. Yurucamp. Cute girls go on the camp. They make food, learn about camping gears and stuff. Very wholesome. I like it. I think there's season 3, right? I haven't watched season 3. I really want to watch. Oh my god, we got... In this stream, I found that there's a lot of things I have to do. Oh no. Yeah. I don't really have much to say about Yurucamp because I think a lot of people already know. Like, it's a wholesome show. Oh yeah, they also introduce, you know, as they go on the camp, not just being educational about the camping gear and stuff, they also like shows like, oh, in this place they have this local food, and if you're riding a bike, sometimes there are roads that are closed and you gotta look up for stuffs. Maybe, you know, finding a good camping spot, the weather you have to look out for, and you know, how to make fire and stuff. I really like it. It's very educational in a way, but it's also like just something you can chill about. I was thinking of something. Oh yeah, also like, you know, general Japanese geographical knowledge, like locations, weather, again, as I mentioned earlier, and the culture in the place. Yeah, like I still remember like Nadeshiko, she's from Yamanashi, and in Yamanashi there's this like regional dish called hoto. I really want to eat that. It looks so good. It's like noodle dish. Very, very white noodle dish. Okay, next one. Okay. Chat, I know what you're thinking. They'll be like, oh no, not again. Not again. Oh no. You think I'm gonna be biased on this one? Not really. Because I admit, as much as I like Gegege no Kitaro, it's... You gotta need some efforts to watch it. But... Okay, I either want to put it here or here. But I felt like watching Kitaro is kind of harder than Jigok Shoujo for some reason. And yeah, specifically, I went for... so Kitaro has like 6 seasons. And basically, you know, all of them are just like reboots of the original manga. But the difference is that depending on the year that it's made, sometimes the the culture or the issues that were brought up in the anime might be different depending on which version you're watching. Let's just say season 1, you know, the very, very old one. They bring about, you know, oh yeah, children being kidnapped, you know, they play outside, they pull taboos and stuff. And then with season 6, you have like YouTubers doing weird shit that offends people. And bullying and even like manga and anime piracy, they talk about it at one point. See, like each season has its charm. It's hard to access though. I tried. So season 6 is like the easiest one to access. If you have like Crunchyroll or something, yeah, you can watch it. I think it is on Netflix, but like I don't know why most seasons are like region locked. I don't get it. I grew up with the 3rd season. It plays on my TV, on my local TV, and it was fun to watch. Not gonna lie, every time I come home, I watch like a rerun episode, and then at night there will be like a new episode. I'll be like sitting in front of the TV waiting for it. Okay, same as Hoozuki and Jigok Shoujo and Mononoke. The story kinds of it's kind of episodic. So we have the bad guy character of the day, and then they're like doing they're like disturbing these people, and these people ask Kitaro for help by sending a letter to the Yokai post. So Kitaro in the anime, Kitaro is like the hero of justice that, you know, saves people. But okay, here's the charm of season 6. Kitaro is not necessarily nice. If he really thinks like you deserved it, he won't help you. If you really deserve what you have gotten yourself into, he won't help you, and he will actually punish people who are just being a jerk in general. But he also like understands that, okay, conflicts are happening, and he's trying to make a world where yokai and humans can coexist. And yeah, with season 6 is aired in like 2018. That's the peak of like YouTubers and, you know, influencers bringing their cameras, you know, their phones, social media, yada yada. You know what's going on. You know what's going on on the internet. Yeah. Why do I say you might need an effort to watch it? There's 97 episodes, by the way. There's 97 episodes. I don't think you can watch the whole thing at once. But if you do want to watch it, please take your time. Don't force yourself. Don't worry, it's not all just episodic stuff as well. There's also things going on. Mostly it's about Kitaro having you know, there's like big things happening. There's like the big bad yokai doing a thing, but in the same time, Kitaro is also having doubts about, okay, is this effort of like trying to make yokai and humans be able to live together is worth it? Because, you know, there's a bad side to yokai, there's a good side to yokai, there's also a bad side for humans and yokai. Yeah, you know, that's good and bad about humans in the same time. And he did try to save people, but then people be like, no, we don't need your help, we're fine on our own. And then, you know, things happen. There's even like people who have grudge on them. And yeah, dude has to bear the heavy cross like that. Oh, by the way, he looks like a kid, but he's actually 70. He's 70 years old. He's born in Showa. Let's say 1950 57-ish or 67. I think 57. He's not older than my dad. And my dad is like, oh, like my dad is like pretty old. But yeah, again, like it was mentioned, like, what were we talking about? His age. His age is just a little younger than my dad. He's 70. He's 70 years old. He looks like an elementary schooler, but he's 70. I just need to elaborate on that. But of course, he's a yokai. Again, that makes sense, right? And yeah. You know, while he's grateful because a quick backstory, he was raised by a human. He has a biological dad that's alive, but he's just an eyeball. He can't really take care of him. But he's wise and often, you know, gives enlightenment and gives advice and stuff. But he does have like a human for a stepfather. He only appears in the flashback. But yeah, from there, he felt like he owes something to this foster father. And that's why he does the whole, you know, helping people and stuff. Gegege no Kitaro? Yeah. And then yeah, a lot of the bigger arcs are also cool in this. Oh, especially the final ones. I can't spoil it, but yeah, basically during where this arc where honestly they repeat it every season, but there's always gonna be this arc where like the Western yokai from I forgot which part of the world, but I think like England or something. The Western yokai comes to Japan, they'd be like, haha, we're gonna rule here. you know the lore. You know the lore. They come to a different country and they want to control the place. And of course, the Japanese yokai be like, nah, go, fuck off. And of course, big fight happens. I really like what happens in between too. There's a lot of stuff going on. As the other series, yeah, you can guess the pattern. Like, you learn a lot about people. Let's say like there's this convenience of like let's just say like you're really in the bad place. This yokai will help you. You can rely on a yokai, but in exchange, you know, more fucked up stuff happens. But be like, fuck it, you know, as long as I'm happy, I don't care, kind of stuff. But there's also like stories of people getting what they deserve. Let's just say like the story about the ghost train episode. I really enjoyed it. Even even the other versions, I always enjoyed the ghost train episodes. I forgot which one, but I think it's one of the early ones. Please watch it if you're interested. There's also one in Hakaba Kitaro. I'll talk about Hakaba Kitaro later. But yeah, I think I should stop now because I will not shut up about this anime. Really, I legit won't shut up about this. I love this so much. Let me tell you something. My room is full of Gegege no Kitaro merch now. For the past year, I've been collecting a lot of Kitaro merch. Thanks to the movie as well. The movie is good. I already talked about it in the other tier list VOD. Go check it for yourself. I'm not gonna repeat anything here. And yeah, Gegege no Kitaro is cool if you want to watch things about having your beliefs questioned. And whether, you know, the movie? Oh, hell yeah, please watch the movie, it's so good. Heck, actually, yeah, watch the movie if you want. If you watch the movie and then you watch the Gegege no Kitaro, you're pretty much on the timeline. It's the best place to start. But yeah, I gotta bring up Hakaba Kitaro later though. Yeah, let me shut up and move on to the next show. Again, Kitaro is an anime of all time, but again, so many episodes. If you really want to watch it, just watch one, just decide what season you want to watch. And then stick with it. You don't have to watch all 6 seasons. Because it's pretty much the same thing. They repeat the same arcs. Again, the difference is just the social issue. They try to match it with the era of when they animated. Basically it. Okay, next one we got Princess Choo-Choo. Easy. To summarize Princess Tutu, it's Madoka Magica before it was cool. It's Madoka Magica before it was cool. You hear train sounds? Really? My Spotify is fine, right? Yeah, Princess Tutu. Oh, you mean the choo-choo? Okay. Princess Tutu is a magical girl anime. Honestly, not exactly a magical girl anime, but the main character can transform. So yeah, in Japanese you gotta read it like choo-choo. Princess choo-choo. Yeah, so the story is about it starts with a narration of like a story being read about a prince trying to fight an evil crow. But so the prince ran outside the story, so he ran into the real world and now is living among other, you know, normal people. And he breaks his heart and use it to seal the evil crow away. And the role of Princess Tutu here, so she's not a person, she's actually just a normal duck, but she was given power by this character called Drosselmeyer. And basically what she does is that she has to gather all the prince's heart back and give it back to him. And of course, like she since she gets the prince heart, she turns into a human. She's originally a duck, right? And she attends a school where she attends a ballet school, and she sucks at it. And the prince, let me just call him Muto. Muto, yeah, Muto also attends the ballet school, but because he lost his heart, see, he's like this empty, you know, no brain, no thoughts, had empty kind of character. But then there's one occasion where he meets Princess Tutu, and he starts getting interested in her. But of course, things are not that easy. Things happen in the city. There's a love rival. And also there's like this one character who wants to kill Princess Tutu. And of course, again, Drosselmeyer, he's not actually the good guy. He's kind of like a sociopath. He manipulates everyone's movements, and from there things just go and, you know, getting worse and stuff. Because everyone is an actor to his story. Everyone was given a role. how things how things turn out, you gotta watch it for yourselves. I'm just gonna say, again, it's like Madoka. You're not gonna be happy. You're not gonna be happy with this. It's kind of the old, yeah. Since it's kind of the older, older magical girl kind of shows. Maybe you'll find some episodes boring, but maybe some episodes are kind of good. But I really like it. Like how they use ballet to convey feelings. Oh yeah, Princess Tutu. Like she cannot confess her love for the prince. If she does, she will turn into light, to a speck of light. Basically, she confesses her love, boom, gone. So there's this one time where she has to prove her love for him without saying anything. So she does it by dancing. Yeah, I really love how they really use like philosophy and symbolism in this series. And not gonna lie, I wish we can get something similar to this again, because not even Madoka can. I think Madoka is too much. Like Princess Tutu felt just right for me. Madoka with the whole, timeline, the whole concept of like who gets to suffer and stuff. That kind of stuff. I felt like for average viewers, it feels too much. I think Princess Tutu would be a good alternative if you don't want to handle like the whole brain rot of Madoka. Yeah, please watch it. Please watch it. It's so good. I watched this on TV when I was a kid. Not gonna lie, I think I was too young to understand the ending and to understand what everything is going on. I rewatched it again as an adult and be like, man, I love this. Yep, that's what I think of Princess Tutu. Oh yeah, let me update the list of anime as I go on. I'll give a list of like every anime that's featured in here in yeah, I'll put it in the description by order. If you are interested in any of these, I'll put the title in the descriptions after the stream. Sorry. Yeah, I'm just thinking she just puts her hair slashing motion leads to her. Lol. Like what we do with American Parody movies. Okay, next one we got Dororo. I think this is easy to watch. It's easy to consume. But I don't think everyone watched it. It's very easy to consume compared to like a lot of stuffs that I mentioned just now. Dororo is a story from... It's based on the manga made by Osamu Tezuka, the guy behind Astro Boy, Blackjack, Dr. Blackjack, and Princess Sapphire. Yeah, a lot of the classic stuff. Kimba, yeah, I unexpectedly I know a lot of Tezuka stuff, even though I don't really. First season survived. Haven't gone through the second season watching. Wait, what are we talking about? I thought Dororo only has like one season. Yeah, Dororo is based on the manga by Tezuka Sensei, called, I believe, like Dororo and Hyakimara. So Dororo is the name of the one of the main side character, the main sidekick in the story, and Hyakimara is the guy with the prosthetic arm swords. I don't read the manga, but I from what I know, if they adapt this the same way they, you know, if they adapt this as is from the manga, I think it will be annoying to watch. First part of what I think refers to 12 episodes in. Yeah. Like in the manga, like, okay, I need to explain. So, Hyakimaru Dororo tells a story about an evil shogun, I guess. The lord of the land. He wants more power, so he asks the help of demons. And he felt like he got it, but he didn't know the consequences that comes after. So his wife is giving birth to Hyakimaru. Hyakimaru is the kid, but Hyakimaru has no limbs. So he doesn't have skin, he doesn't have eyes, he doesn't have nose, he doesn't have ears, he doesn't have limbs. Yeah, so basically just a pile of flesh. In the manga, I think like he's missing every single thing of his body. I don't know what remained, but like imagine like missing like a lot of organs in your body. I think like to the point that there's like 400 parts or something. But in the anime they simplify it, which I think is a good choice. So Hyakimaru was you know, deemed as being cursed, and he was discarded. He was dumped in the basket into a lake. And then this evil lord of the land asked his wife to get pregnant again. And meanwhile, Hyakimaru gets adopted by this one person who makes puppet parts, and he makes a puppet body for Hyakimaru. I heard Dororo 3D game is... Wait, they have a game? Hold on. This is new? Hold on, let me check. They have a game? They have a game! Hold on! Blood Will Tell, Tezuka Osamu's Dororo. Oh, PS2. Oh my god. Ho. Oh, interesting. It's by Sega. Oh, let me check this later after stream. Interesting. I didn't know this was a thing. But yeah, I think the game is also based on the original story. So yeah, Hyakimaru lives using a body made of, you know, a puppet body made by his foster father, basically. And while he cannot see physically, he can see people's souls. And he can recognize which, let's say, if there's people and there's demons, and he slays demons. And he meets Dororo, a thief. And the two of them go into an adventure of, you know, fighting demons that may earn his limbs back. And who knows, he might meet with his family again and shit happens. Dororo is always his ultra instinct. It's a basic gameplay experience. I really need to check this after this. I'm curious. Man, I really want to... I swear, like, I'm finding a lot of good... I'm hearing a lot of good PS2, PS1 games. Like, even... There's also a Kitaro game that I really want to try. I think my friend had played it. And it's horror, by the way. Yeah, I want to check it out. The story for Dororo can... I don't know if I want to say this as another shonen. It might be a shonen. You know, you fight demons, kick ass, and then sometimes you see some story goes on about the the whole family reunion and stuff. You'll also learn about Dororo. Yeah, don't think too much, you can just watch it. And you'll like it. I think that's what I feel with Dororo. I don't really need like a whole essay to explain it like I did with Kitaro. Okay, next one. Oh. We're back at it again. Okay, we're back at it again. Say hello to Hakaba Kitaro. Oh no. I'm biased. I think I'm biased about this. Let me drink. Where do I want to put this? Do I really want to what? I kinda. That's how good this show is. Okay. As much as I say good things about Gegege no Kitaro Season 6, I would rather have you guys watch Hakaba Kitaro. A quick context, you have to separate Gegege and Hakaba, even though they feature the same characters. So of course, Gegege no Kitaro is what people know the most, but Hakaba Kitaro is basically the direct adaptation to the manga made by Shigeru Mizuki, the person behind the whole Gegege no Kitaro. So Hakaba Kitaro is what Gegege no Kitaro was originally supposed to be. So it's a tale about a kid who was born from the graveyard, picked up by a human, and shit happens. So yeah, Kitaro in Gegege and Kitaro in Hakaba, consider them two different people because they don't have the same personality at all. They are completely different. You don't get the hero of justice in this one. So he's just gonna be your creepy kid here. So both are horror, but I felt like if you are, let's say, if you're older, maybe you're 20 up, I'll consider this a seinen show. It's very entertaining for the older generations. And of course, there's also yokai encounters. There's things going on like before Kitaro was born. Mizuki, the person who later raised Kitaro, was asked to look for. Okay, so the story begins with Mizuki, who was called by his boss, asking him to investigate that. Hey, we have been finding this blood. So he works in the blood bank. We have been finding this weird blood that doesn't feel like a human. This might be a yokai blood. And we gave this to someone, and they turned into a living corpse. We gotta find who is behind this and report them, or else our company is gonna be in trouble. That's how it starts. And Mizuki goes. Mizuki finds. He traces where this blood, this donated blood, is coming from, and he arrives in a temple where there's this couple who live there in a rundown temple, and they don't look human at all. And he wants to report them, but the mother says, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm pregnant. Please, please leave us alone until we have our child born or something. And yeah, they weren't human. They were the last two ghost tribe in the earth. So a ghost tribe is a type of race that is like similar to yokai, but they got persecuted by humans, and there's only two of them left. Okay, Mizuki was like, he was too scared and he left them alone because, you know, the two are creepy. And then one day he felt like he wanted to check on them again, and they're dead. They're dead. The father has this disease where his body is rotting. So when Mizuki finds him, he's at the point of like, oh, this guy cannot be saved. But I can still bury the mom though. So he buries the mother into the grave, and he hears a baby crying, and a baby came out of the grave, and yeah, that's how Hakaba Kitaro starts. So for some reason he decides to raise Kitaro, and shit happens. Yeah, if you watch Genazo, the correct timeline will be Genazo, and then you watch Hakaba Kitaro first, and then Gegege no Kitaro. But however, like I said, Hakaba Kitaro is like watching a different timeline entirely. Like, as I told you, the Kitaro from Gegege and Hakaba are like two different characters. They're basically like already a different universe. But timeline-wise, that's how it goes. Like, Genazo is a prequel to Hakaba Kitaro, and then Gegege no Kitaro is kind of the sequel to Hakaba Kitaro. But it doesn't matter because Season 6 and Genazo are directly connected, but Hakaba Kitaro is just the correct timeline of events. The characters are different, the personalities are different, but so even if you watch in order, while you understand what's going on, oh, so this happens, the characters are too different for you to match it with the other versions of them. Yeah. Yeah, Mizuki is a badass in Genazo, but he's kind of a coward in Hakaba. Kitaro's a piece of shit in Hakaba. I love him though. There's a lot of good characters in Hakaba. Hakaba is also very entertaining because you would normally think it's just like a weird show of like non-human characters doing non-human things. But I guess that's the interesting part of it. You see like these characters with moral values and ethics that is like far from normal average human, you know, common sense. How they handle things that is happening around them, and how they treat other people. Yeah, it's interesting. I not gonna lie, I love Hakaba Kitaro a lot. There's a long story about like how Hakaba became Gegege. A lot of copyright stuff goes around, but yeah, this is basically the essence of like what Kitaro was supposed to be. I recommend it. I will lock you in the room and force you to watch this. But again, it's a double-edged sword. If you are already into like Genazo or like Gegege no Kitaro, you might not like Hakaba. Or you like Hakaba and you be like, oh, I wish Gegege no Kitaro was like Hakaba Kitaro. Yeah, it's difficult. I love the two equally though. And yeah, again, Hakaba Kitaro also has story that is adapted into Gegege no Kitaro, like the Ghost Train. And is there another one? Well, there's the fake Kitaro story, but I don't think Gegege no Kitaro has it. They have it in the original manga, but I don't know in the anime. Well, there's a lot of fake Kitaros, but it's on a different context. Unexpectedly, a lot of good characters. I love the fake Kitaro in Hakaba, just because dude has like Dude is a human. He's impersonating a literal non-human, but somehow, with the sheer will, he somehow managed to fool people. Basically, that's it. And what else should I say? I just love this show. I like the creepiness. And the art style is also good. They try to replicate the original manga, I think, which is why like, the character designs look kind of different if you compare it to like Gegege or somewhere else. Yeah, I'm a little more biased about Hakaba over Gegege. But if you like horror, both are good. Yeah. I need to move on. I need to stop talking. Natsume. It's easy. It's easy on the brain. You can watch it. But in the same time, I want to put it either here or here. I don't know. I thought people will like Natsume easily, Natsume Yujincho, but apparently there are people who I thought they would enjoy Natsume because they like social vibe. Turns out they don't, which is why I was like, huh, interesting. So, okay, a quick explanation. Natsume Yujincho is a story about Natsume Takashi, who, yes, it's Natsume's Book of Friends. Yes. In English, that's what the title is. So, he can see yokai, ayakashi, since he was a kid. And he lost his parents, so he was passed around by relatives. And he has to live his life hiding the fact that he can see and interact with yokai from normal people, so he doesn't get, because he has a past experience of like people not believing him, like calling him a liar and stuff. And yeah, his interaction with yokai are unexpectedly sometimes wholesome, and sometimes it tells a lot of story. And yeah, the Book of Friends part, so he has a grandma who has this book filled with the names of Ayakashi, names of monsters that she had dueled with in the past. And that can be a very powerful weapon. So basically you can summon Ayakashi there and, ask them to do your stuffs. But Natsume doesn't like that, and he tries to give back the names to the monsters who own them. For a little bit of cultural context here, names are very strong. Names has a lot of strong power in Japanese culture. Like, names can bind you into something. Names can give you power or take power from you. That's how it goes. I don't know the full details, but that's how it is in like Japanese culture, Japanese supernatural folklores. Yeah, it's slice of life. Sometimes it gets scary. It gets scary like Gegege no Kitaro and maybe not as much as Mononoke and Jigok Shoujo. Yeah, it got schooled of importance of names in the whole like. Oh, I want to watch that, but I haven't. I heard it's good. It looks like it will be my vibe of show. I don't know. From this list, do you think it's a good show for me to watch? Will it be a perfect fit? I want to know. Continuing on. So well, Natsume is more like a slice of life. Sometimes there's horror. Sometimes there's you learn stories about, sometimes people interacting with yokai. And it can get sad, it can get wholesome. Not gonna lie, I've cried to certain episodes of like Natsume Yujincho. I'll put it down there because it's really easy to consume, but I don't know if you're gonna like it. I don't know. Stay away from it. Legs and hands are too long. What do you mean? the art style though. I guess it's because it's clap. Yeah, if you just want something to, you know, turn off your brain and just vibe with it, or if you want if you want some comfort in an anime, you can go to Natsume Jincho. It has same confidence level as Yurucamp, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I like it. Maybe I should put Yurucamp here because Yurucamp is also very accessible. Huh. Let me think. Yeah, I guess I'll put Yurucamp down there. Alright, next one! This is easy. Da 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 da. I'm gonna get DMCA. Attack on Titan. Oh, by the way, I just watched the movie yesterday. The Last Attack with a friend. There's a shikishi. For if you buy a ticket, you can exchange it for a shikishi. However, it's the third day and somehow they already ran out, and I'm pissed. But I'm a fan of Attack on Titan. If you know me long by I'm talking like from like let's say 2014 or something, I'm a big fan of this series. I'm a huge fan of the series. I even cosplayed the character from here. I like Attack on Titan because it's not your average shonen manga at the time. And yeah, as we go on, yes, things got a little bit, you know, the stakes are getting more serious. We thought it all started from, you know, humanity versus Titans, and then suddenly politics. Yeah, the music is good. The animation is good, the story is good, and I really like how, like, I don't know, like, manga artists such as Isayama Sensei or Eiichiro Oda from One Piece, they can foreshadow something and somehow connects it into, like, let's say like 100 chapters after, and then somehow it makes sense. I don't know, did they plan this beforehand or not? I'm not sure. Again, this show is not for everyone. If you're not okay with gore, please do not watch it. Please watch it when you're in age, by the way. I pieced out season 2 because life's tried hard. They say it's done and it's finished, but I'm lazy to watch the rest. Well, I will encourage you to watch the rest, but in the same time, I understand where you are coming from, I think. But like season 2 is like still so early in the story, I must say. Oh, well, we got the final movie out, right? You can, if they also adapted like the season 3 and final season to movie, you can just watch that and, you know, not waste your time too much. Yeah, I think that's one good part of like turning long series into like movies. But I get it. Like, if people like dropped it, it's probably because like Attack on Titan kind of changed a lot from like season 3 onwards. Like, I think if you watch season 2 and then suddenly you go to final season, you'll be like, what the heck is going on? Why is everything so different? You know, kind of stuff. We're not even talking about art styles. We're talking about the whole story. Yeah, which is why I put it. It's a preference. It's gonna be hard to get into, but once you do, you'll never regret it. But yeah, if you want to, maybe in the future, if you want to give it another try, go on. Take your time, please, though. I really like how Aaron, you know, the memes goes. Can I spoil this? I don't want to spoil this in the same time, but at the same time, it's been a while. Aaron, okay, let me talk about how Aaron is not like your average, like, is he? I don't know. Is he like an average, like, shonen manga protagonist? Like, he's really like, he wants to die so freaking hard. And then the other character, oh my god, a lot of Attack on Titan casts are so good, honestly. It's unfortunate that some, you know, probably die earlier. Could try is surefire away. Yeah. The casts are good. The story progression is unexpectedly. I mean, okay. I caught up with the whole Attack on Titan like back in the day. Like as the manga goes and as the anime goes, I keep up with it, and I understand if like when you start into the when you get outside the walls to the other side of the ocean, yes, I guess you will be very confused. Like, what the heck is going on? I get it. I get it. I get it. Wait, so it's not about humans versus titans anymore? Yeah. There's more politics going on here. Involving the titans, of course. Yeah, it's not just, you know, good guys versus bad guys anymore. There's a lot of things going on. A lot of fucked up things are going on as well. Yeah, like, even before that part, you will fight with your own people. There are a lot of politics going on. And a lot of things that doesn't make sense at first, but as you go with the story, I was like, oh my freaking god, how dare they do this under our noses all this time. Yeah, I guess like the thing that I really like about Attack on Titan is they do foreshadowings really good. You would think that, oh yeah, we got so there's another Titan among us? Yeah, what does this mean? And then in the future, if you got caught enough with the story, I was like, oh, what? Yeah, I try not to spoil much because not getting spoiled rewards you with when the foreshadowing is revealed. Yeah, it really rewards you with shock. And you'll be like, oh, that makes sense. But honestly, the show and the manga has ended quite a while, so definitely gonna be a lot of spoilers. But yeah, if you still want to give it a try, go away. Why not? I watched the movie, it was so good. And again, like even though I watched the anime beforehand, so the movie is basically just like final season compiled from like a certain point to the end. But again, watching it in the cinema feels so good. Oh yeah, the music's so good as well. Ashes on the Fire. Right now I'm listening to Splinter Wolf. They play at a certain point in the final season. It's so good. And yeah, that's it. Attack on Titan. Oh, by the way, I also read the novels. There's this novel called Before the Fall. Basically, it's about the conception of the ODM gear, the 3DMG gear. How, like, who invented it? How did they find the materials? Who tested it? Yeah, it was interesting. And how before that thing was invented, how people go outside the walls and fight against titans. It was so bad. It was so bad. But I read it, it's good. There's no regrets as well. It's about Levi's it's about how Levi got into Scout and Legion. And yeah, there's a lot of spin-offs. I haven't checked Lost Girls. But yeah, but the ones that I checked, they're so good. Even like they get animated, so I guess it makes it easier to access. Except for like Before the Fall. They got the manga though, if you're interested. And yeah, also okay, I'm not even talking about the anime anymore, but there's also Chugakko anime. It's about, you know, a school parody of like Attack on Titan characters. And then School Case. School Case technically doesn't have an anime. But it's basically, yeah, Attack on Titan characters in the Western school settings. They have School Case. There's the god, there's the nerd, there's the jockey, blah 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 blah. Yeah, I guess, you know, if Isayama wants to make another series, I think he should focus on like Western setting, because his knowledge on memes is amazing. His knowledge of like Western culture is amazing. I really want to see how he implements it when he makes a story that's really supports the whole knowledge. But yeah, basically, Attack on Titan is good. I'm brain rotting in the building again. Okay, we got 3 shows left. Okay, this is interesting. Akuma-kun. Akuma-kun. This is a quote-unquote direct sequel to an anime with the same name. So there's this anime called Akuma-kun, which aired like 1989. I think like not long after Kitaro season 3. So it's a story about a kid who really wants to summon demons. And this Akuma-kun is the quote-unquote the sequel for that one. And it's available on Netflix. I think like 12 episodes. 12 or 13, I don't know. I'll put it here. Okay, you don't really need to know the prequel, but if you do, you will understand a lot of context that was presented, context of references that was presented in the anime. But personally, I watched it before I even like checked the original Akuma-kun. So yeah, you'll be fine. Okay, so for this specific Akuma-kun, it stars 2 main characters, Umorigi Ichigo and half demon Mephistopheles the third. His dad is Mephistopheles the second. He was from the previous Akuma-kun film, Akuma-kun anime, and Ichigo is an adopted son of Umorigi Shingo, who is the main character for the 89 Akuma-kun. Imagine, you think you're waiting long enough for No Game of No Life season 2? Akuma-kun fans waited 30 years for this. I think like 30 plus years for a sequel. Imagine that. So yeah, this came out around the same time I think Genazo came out. To simply explain, it's basically Constantine if it's an anime. So Ichigo and Mephisto runs I forgot the name, so I think it's like a Millennium Kingdom institution. So they have this goal of creating the Millennium Kingdom where humans and demons can live together in harmony, basically. But they also solve kind of demon issues. It's like Kitaro with the yokai pose. And Ichigo might not be a likable main character, but he has his own charms. Mephisto's is just like, okay, we gotta work to pay the rent. And as the story goes, you see like people getting troubled by demons, and sometimes if you have like this, let's say you have really have this desire, you can like summon demons and make contracts with them. And there's a lot of interesting instances where people want to meet demons, want to make contract with demons for the weirdest ways possible. Like in, I think like I forgot which episode. There's this guy who really wants to eat Satan's heart. So there's this one guy who asks Ichigo to summon Satan so he can eat his heart. I know, right? What the heck? Yeah. Again, you can watch this before. If you want to watch the previous one first before watching this, sure. But it's not really gonna change that much stuff. It does gonna explain a lot of context of like things that appear in here though. Yeah, it's kind of okay. I'm having a hard time trying to describe this, but it is a good show, I must say. Honestly, it's because it's right up my alley. I'm really into detective stories that involve like supernatural stuff. And it's easy to access too. It's on Netflix. Like you can watch it if you want. Give it a try. Yeah, it really focuses on the. Oh, you know what? I like how like let me think. Also, let me turn off the music. The main theme of this anime is literally playing in my ear right now. It's good, by the way. The music's good. I bought the physical CD for this soundtrack. It's so good. It's on Spotify. It's available on streaming site as well. If you want to check it out. The main theme is so good on my ears. Yeah, so like as they go, trying to solve cases that may or not involve demons. Let's just say there's a murder happening. There's like this case of like people summon demons and then things went wrong. Possessions. And yeah. I'm having a hard time explaining this series, but yeah, it is something that you have to watch to find out, I guess. I just love this. I just love it. It's right up my alley. I'm just gonna say that. It's right up. It matches with my freak. Okay, that's it. We got 2 shows left. And coincidentally, the next one is also another mystery supernatural thing. I'll put it right up here. Let's say high up here. Ango. Ango is a detective anime where the main character is a failure detective called Shinjiro. He has an assistant named Inga, and they try to solve cases, but at the same time there's also another detective that people know more about, and even though like Shinjiro manages to find the truth of a case, this detective will solve the case in a different way. Like, even though we know, oh, this is the murderer, they do this, 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 and this, but the other detective will be like, no, 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 no. You know, I don't think it's worth revealing that this person is the actual culprit. You know, if we want this case to be to benefit everyone, let's make this person the culprit because they can do this, and people will believe it. People will believe him. Even though Shinjiro has the real truth, they will believe it. Okay, that's how the detective part goes. But Inga is not a normal person. Inga is this creature that can ask questions to people. They will ask you a question, and you can only answer with the truth. And as they answer, they ask you a question, you answer, your soul will be eaten by them. Yeah, so you can technically only ask one question. Get the truth. Inga gets to eat souls, and we got to solve cases. And also, this takes place in some kind of like dystopian post-war Japan. So there's a war going on at the time, but it's over. And then I think like from what I remember, the country is like being tense because, oh no, there might be another war going on, and we gotta be careful. You know, things are tense. And there's also an issue of a certain cult. So one of the big bads in this series is a cult where there's this god. Like, people are trying to investigate, but they keep failing. They don't know what it is, but they kill people. And as the story goes, the stories will intertwine each other. I really like Ango. Ango is so good. Like, Akuma-kun is also a detective story with supernatural elements. Right off my alley. I really like it. Also, this is based on... if you guys know Bungo Stray Dogs, there's this character called Sakaguchi Ango. Let me repeat it. Ango. Ango. So, Sakaguchi Ango is, in real life, he's a writer, a novelist, I guess. And basically, the story that happened in this anime is based on one of his works. Yeah. Check it out, it's cool. How many episodes was it? I think there's like 20-ish episodes or less. And there's also a movie. There's also a prequel movie called Ango Ingaron, which explains how Inga and Shinjo meet. There's something I want to say. Oh yeah, if you are VTuber fans, the character designer for Ango is Paco Sensei, who in whole life you might know them for working on Tsukumo-sana, Noir Vesper, and some FGO characters. Yeah, they were in charge of Ango's character designs. So if you look it up, you might recognize a familiar looking art style. Alright, last one. Another detective anime. Pluto. Pluto. Either I put it here or here. Huh. Yeah, I'll put it there. Pluto is a detective story of it was in the same universe as Astro Boy, Atomu in Japanese. So the story is about serial murders happening towards robots. So there's this like robots that were participating, the specially made robots that participate in like a war. The war ended, they retired, they went to do their own thing. Some went boxing, some become a housekeeper, some, you know, take care of like orphans, war orphans, and some work as a detective. So the anime starts with the perspective of Geshi, the guy in the middle, the blonde guy in the middle. He's a detective robot, and he was tasked to solve murders of robots that participate in the war that died mysteriously. Yeah, robots die. And as he tries to solve the murders, he also finds out about himself. Apparently, he starts dreaming. Imagine a robot dreaming, and then he starts to learn about. I guess he learns about emotions, because I believe like having a heart is not a thing for robots. Then there's Astro Boy in this case, who originally wasn't so involved, I think, but as the story progresses, he gets more involved later, because he was also targeted for these murders. Yeah, very interesting. So this is based on the manga by Naoki Urasawa, who did Monster. I want to watch that too, but I don't have time yet. But I watched Pluto, and it's good. I must say it's good actually. And I don't even know anything about Astro Boy, but I really like the story overall. Yeah, so it's kind of an adaptation of Astro Boy, an arc of Astro Boy, I guess. Very interesting story. If you watch Astro Boy, if you have prior knowledge to Astro Boy, you'll see like a lot of characters be like, oh, this is this character, this is that character. I mean, like I don't have mine enough. I don't have enough knowledge, but I saw characters that be like, oh, is this guy? Oh, is this that guy? Yeah. My only, by the way, my only knowledge of Astro Boy is that that one movie, that one Astro Boy movie, the Western one. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I guess that's our list. I have been yapping 2.5 hours over anime. Oh my god. I am so sorry for taking your guys' time like this. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't even know why I planned this stream. I just want to yap about anime, I think. I'm at this period of like, I just want to talk about things that I like. And I did. You know? In case you guys are bored with the games, and I'll just talk about something. And yeah, the anime that I will lock you in the room and force you to watch, we got Death Parade, Durarara, Hakaba Kitaro, and Princess Tutu. And then, it's a preference. But if you did get into it, you'll never regret it. We have Attack on Titan, Jigok Shoujo, Hellgirl, Ango, Mononoke, Yokai Apartment, and Chuka Ichiban, Cooking Master Boy. I like, yeah, I think so far, I think I agree with what I set up so far. And with the third tier, if you're interested of feeling cultured, you don't really have to get into it. You don't have to like it, but I think it's worth watching. Black Rock Shooter, Psychopass, Akuma-kun, Pluto. And of course, you can watch it if you put effort on it. Coincidentally, the ones in this series are the ones that I like the most. I like both Hoozuki and Kitaro. But yeah, you either gotta have enough Japanese knowledge or you gotta be willing to watch like 97 episodes. Well, you can watch a few episodes and quit, but I think like it's a waste if you just like drop it out of nowhere. I don't know. But I really like watching Gegege no Kitaro. I remember back in 2018 or 2020. Yeah, I think the anime went from like 2018 to like 2020 or ish or something. And I get like every new episode comes out, I was like, they always surprise me. Even though I watched season 3, yeah, they maybe recycled some arcs, but the way they renew stuff is so good. And again, I didn't mention this before, but compared to like the other series that I watched, season 3 and season 6 is very different because season 3 really feels shonen. Kitaro feels like your average shonen protagonist, but in season 6 they really boosted the horror in this season. Like Kitaro feels like indifferent. He cares, but at the same time he feels like he's hesitant whether like if it's actually worth it to save people, or is it worth it to fight against my own kind, that kind of stuff. I really like the internal struggles that happen here. I guess like yeah, season 6 is probably my favorite Gegege no Kitaro season so far. My opinion might change once I watch like the other seasons. I want to rewatch season 3. And I think if I can, I want to watch like at least season 1 to season 5. I don't know, I just really want to watch it. Yeah, next one, the last one, Easy on the Brain. I'm not really worried, like, because this series I think like a lot of people know, and I think it's easier people to try get into these compared to like the other ones above. So we have yeah, we have Dansjoon Meshi, we have Delicious in Dungeon, Dororo, Natsume Yujincho, Natsume's Book of Friends, and Yurucamp. Yeah. My throat is dry. I need more water. I don't have it right now. I'll take it later after stream. But yeah, what do you guys think? Oh, let me update it right now. Let me update the description as I go. Ha 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 ha. Where is it? We got Delicious in Dungeon and Black Rock Shooter. My nose. Yeah, not gonna lie, I not gonna lie, I haven't watched any recent anime, so I don't feel like I don't know. Is my anime opinion valid or not? I'm not sure, but at least I tried. I tried. I don't know if it worked well, but I just like... If I really like something, I try not to associate it with like the popularity around it, which is why you probably don't see a lot of like mainstream shows other than Attack on Titan and Durarara. Durarara is kind of mainstream, I think. Yeah. Psycho Pass is also mainstream, but other than that, the other ones are kind of niche, I guess. I mean, like, if we're talking mainstream, I'm talking about like, you know, Jujutsu Kaisen, Naruto, Demon Slayer. I watched Demon Slayer. I'm not really a fan of it, unfortunately. Yeah. If I want to put it on my top 20 or top 10 or top 5, I really need a good reason for it. Yeah. Again, we have a recurring pattern of like, either the story can get fucked up at one point, or they actually teach you a lot of good lessons, or they're just good at representing what they have for the genre that they're doing in. Yeah. Alright, that's it for today. It's pretty late. I'm gonna log off. People, thank you for coming by. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked the yapping. I hope... I'm very happy if you can try watch like one of these. At least one of these, yeah. And yeah, that's my top 20 anime and how would I recommend it to you guys. That's it for today. Thank you guys for coming by. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.